Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica, and in today's video I'm going to do the mid-year Freakout book tag. And just be aware that my neighbors are getting their lawns done, and they've been going on it for about the last 20 minutes or so, and I've been sitting here waiting, and I can't wait anymore because I have stuff I have to do for the rest of the day. This is the only time I can film. So hopefully they'll be done soon, but I'm sorry about the noise in the background. It's not much I can do about that. So let's get into the book tag. Before I go over the book questions, I want to go through my TBR real quick. So as of right now, I have one left on my new releases TBR for 2025 part 1. The one that I'm missing is Bourbon and Proof. As for my new release TBR part 2, because I split into two parts, one with stuff that was coming at the beginning of the year and stuff that's coming at the end of the year. I have only read one out of there because I had an arc of Gilded Heiress by Joanna Shupe, so I still have to work on that TBR. And the next couple of books that are on this TBR, so the first one on that TBR is Caught Up. That's coming out in less than a week, so I should be getting to this TBR very soon. And then my historical romance TBR, I have read 6 of the books. So I have 6 books left. So I'm halfway through, which is really good. That's where I would want to be. For my author's backlist, so I have to make a change on this author backlist. So I have read 5 of the books. One was an actual DNF, but it was at 50%, so I feel like I've at least got enough to know what the book was about. And that, unfortunately, that was Binding 13, and it wasn't anything the book did. It was just me. I can't handle bully romances when it's, I have a hard time with bullies. So I didn't know that was a trigger going in, and no one told me. So I appreciate what she did, but I personally can't read it for my mental health. But the other thing that I did notice, it was I had Soft Flannel Hank on here. So I went to go on, it used to be on Amazon for the ebook. You cannot get the ebook anymore. You can only get it on physical book. I know I had it, but it's not there. And I am not to spend $17 and wait for a physical book to come in. So I am just going to substitute that book for another book. I chose Oops by Alexandria Warren. This is a BIPOC author, and it's a surprise pregnancy. It looks fantastic. It's up my alley. I already have it on audiobook, so I'm just like, instead of trying to go find a new book where I'd have to download it or possibly buy it, I didn't want to do that. So I went through my Audible library and picked out a book that I already had. Going on to my Nora Roberts TBR for 2025, I've read all but 2 of the books. The 2 that I haven't read yet is Year 1 and Sanctuary. I'm holding off on Sanctuary until later in the year because that's when we're going to read it for our Nora Roberts book club, and so that one will just get done a little later. Year 1, I just haven't done that yet because I know it's a trilogy, and I know I'm going to want to read it just one right after the other, so I have put that one off, but I'm going to be getting to that one very soon. So for my romantic suspense and cozy mystery TBR for 2025, I've read 8. I've read 8. I just need to read The Little Raindrops by Mia Sheridan, Firefly Effect by KK Allen. That's coming out on audio in a couple weeks, so I'm going to just wait for the audio. And then The Unraveling by Vi Keelan. This was her first one from last year. I just haven't gotten to it. And then Wolfie by Paisley Hope. Okay, and then for my romantasy paranormal TBR, I've only read 3 of them. I know I will be definitely getting to Lady of Darkness this month because we're doing a read-along, and I'm going to get to Lady of Darkness. I also am going to get to The Prince of Prohibition because I'm just in the mood for that. So yes, I need to kind of get on to this TBR. So that's where my TBR is standing as of right now. Let's get into the questions. So the first question in the mid-year Freakout book tag is, how many books have I read so far? I've read 191 books as of May 31st. Question 2 is, how many 5 stars have I read so far? And that is 38. I've only had 38 5 stars. Best sequel of 2025 so far. I would have to give it to Beautiful Exile by Catherine Cowles. This is, I want to say book 4 in the Sparrow Falls series. It is Arden and Link. Arden is a woman in hiding because she saw her parents get murdered, and the guy who murdered her parents or ordered the hit on her parents knows that she saw it and has been after her since, and it is fantastic. I absolutely love that book. And Promised in Blood by Sadie Kincaid. That's the book too, in her Why Choose romancy, paranormal, whatever you want to call it, romance, and she's with a bunch of vampires. It's fantastic. I love it. I'm waiting for book 3 to get out on audiobook, and because once it gets on an audiobook and go into my Hoopla, and I'll be very happy to get it. Question 4 is any unread new releases. So I have a few. I need to read Unloved by Peyton Corinne. I actually read Unsteady for the first time this year, so I need to get to Unloved. I am very excited for that book. I just haven't gotten there yet. Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. I haven't gotten to that one yet. And I need to Be With Me by Gabrielle Sands. I really want to read this book so bad. And I normally try to wait for the audiobook with Gabrielle Sands. I actually have never read a Gabrielle Sands, so I take that back. I generally try to wait for the audiobook, but in this particular case, I might not do that. I think I'm going to end up just getting it right away. And then Diary Bound by Sable Sorensen. I will say this, I put this on my TBR because I've been hearing things about it. I was just going to go ahead and read it. I even got the paperback. So, yeah. I got the paperback. I actually bought this with some money that my sister gave me for Mother's Day, and I went ahead and ordered this. And then I found out it's being picked up by a traditional publisher. It's like, oh, well, now I have the indie copy. So I'm going to be absolutely reading this, and I will say this, I did not know this until this whole site-wide sale on Audible, where the audiobook is coming out July 29th. So we're going to get an audiobook for Diary Bound, so I'll be able to read that probably sooner rather than later. Question 5 is, what are my anticipated release for the second half of 2025? I mean, I really want to read Rose and Chain by Julie Soto. I have heard some not great things about it, but I still really want to read that one. I also want to read Overruled by Lana Ferguson, Good Spirits by B.K. Borson, The Defender by Anna Wong, The Seven Rings by Nora Roberts. Nora Roberts, my gosh. This is the last book in her sister's trilogy, the Lost Brides trilogy. This started with The Inheritance and then The Mirror, and now The Seven Rings. I'm dying to get my hands on that book. I really want that book so much. So the one I just found out about, it a couple of days ago, when I was doing some research for books that are coming out in July and August for a video that you guys will see very soon. And it is a new Samantha Young book, and it's coming out at the end of August, and it's Bitten by Destiny, and she's writing it under a pen name of S. Young because it's a paranormal romance. I was like, yes, a paranormal romance from Samantha Young. Sign me up. So yeah, I'm adding that one to my list. I didn't know about it until a couple days ago, so I'm so excited for that one as well. All right, so let's move on to the next question. We're going to get a bit of a downer, is number 6. What is a biggest disappointment that I've had? Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I didn't like it. I really, really did not like it, and that's okay. And then Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. And it wasn't the story. It wasn't even the romance. It was just one character. She just drove me completely crazy. And I will say this, and it's because she's like, oh, you both like kink. You should get together. And then she gets mad that they get together. I was like, girl, choose a lane and stay in it and stop doing that to your friends. Because obviously, that drives me crazy. And that was why that one drove me crazy, because of that one character. Sometimes, like most of the time, I can get over characters. But when a character acts that dumb, I'm just like, absolutely not. We're moving on, okay? Question 7 is books that surprised me. Okay, this also, I got this with the money that my sister gave me. Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. Look at that back. Like, that is absolutely gorgeous. So, Conditions of Will. I did not think I was going to like this, so I got the audiobook from my library. My library hold came in, and I actually, at one point, I was like, maybe I should just send it back because I don't know if I'm going to read this, because I don't know if I'm going to like it. But I was like, it has double digits. So the reason why I didn't think I was going to like this was because I got through maybe 20% of Magnolia Parks, and I was like, I wasn't feeling that book. So I was like, okay, I know it's character driven, and I know she writes a lot of different types of triggers. This one, it has trigger of SA, and that's what I'm gonna say because I don't want to get in trouble. It has a trigger for alcohol abuse, homophobia. There's a lot of other triggers that I really can't get into this because there's a lot that goes on in this book. But I will say this, I found that I could not stop listening to this book once I started listening, and I couldn't put it down. I stayed up way too late to finish this book, and it was so good. Like, I'm not kidding. If you have not read this book, this is a book you need to read. I 100% think this is going to be on one of my top reads of 2025. I loved this book so much, and I was so surprised on how much I loved it because I didn't even finish Magnolia Parks. So I might have to give Magnolia Parks another try, I think. And then one other book that was a surprise to me was The Scattered Bones, Nicole Scarano. There, I got it out. Anyway, so I was so surprised how much I love this book. I love this book so much that I went out and just got a copy of it on Amazon. This is an indie version, and I don't even think it's been picked up. It is a short romantasy where our heroine is looking for the bones of her dead husband, who she loves intensely, and the pining and the longing within this book. Like, this book is fire when it comes to the longing and the pining. You feel her grief and her pain, and you get these flashbacks of what happened, how they met, how they fell in love, who she is to the gods, and why it was very forbidden, and why he was killed. Basically making a deal with a guy I still think is death. If she can get all his pieces, he will come back to life and come back to her. And I was like, this book ripped my heart out. It was so emotional. I cried and I loved it, and I had to get a copy. So this was another big surprise because I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it was on my library, so I picked it up. I'm glad I did. Question 8 is, what is my new favorite author? So I've been trying to do more new to me authors, and I finally read a Kat Singleton book, and it was In Good Company. Absolutely loved that. I gave it 5 stars. It's all the vibes I wanted. When I read it, I loved it, and I'm going to really start going through her backlist because I really loved how Kat Singleton wrote a story, so I will be keeping my eye on her. Same with Harlow James. I read this book. I can't think of the name right now, and I just don't feel like going to look it up and I haven't bought it. So, but I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It was a surprise baby second chance. The small town was done fantastically. I loved the characters, and I am going to be reading more Harlow James in the future. Same with Ava Hunter. For Better for Hers, because that was on my TBR because I did want to get to her. I absolutely loved For Better for Hers. I think that's I think that's the name. That one, it hit so well. I gave that 5 stars. I literally read that on ebook within a day. So question 9 is, any books that have made me cry? Okay. The Women by Kristen Hanna, the injustice that our character went through, and that that really happened with women who served in the military during Vietnam War. Vietnam War was it was devastating to a whole generation. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I have the book. I have the physical copy. My dad is reading it, so I don't have it to hold up, so there you go. I really want to say I loved Hamish's story because I love Hamish, but it was so sad, and I knew it was coming, and I was like, oh, no. And so, yeah. Oh, and of course, I have to say, Scattered Bones. Scattered Bones made me cry as well. So question 10 is, any new book boyfriends? Kingfisher from Quicksilver. Absolutely loved him a lot. He is fantastic. I have the next book I have over there, but I'm not going to get up and go get it because I wasn't really planning on holding up books. They just happen to be right where I'm at. So the next one would be Roman Hammerstein from If You Love Me by Helena Hunting. This is in our Toronto Terror series. He is such a hockey book daddy. He is husband material. Oh, the way he took care of our heroine and her sisters and his daughter and every other teammate. He's just everything. I love that man, and I love that book so much. It's my favorite in the series. And then I also have this book, and I can't reach it, so I am just going to tell you and put the name up there. It's Callahan Hastings from In Good Company. He did everything he could to win our heroine. I mean, the money he spent to get our heroine to his house so she could be his personal chef. And then he helped her with her YouTube's videos that she wanted to make, because she wanted to make these YouTube videos to teach people how to cook, but she was always shy in front of the camera. So he would film himself with her, and she was teaching him how to cook these really delicious meals. And my gosh, again, book boyfriend, book husband material right there. And then question 11 is a book that made me happy. Spotlight by Rebecca Jenshak. I just loved that book. I loved the world. I loved the characters. It was fantastic. If You Loved Me by Helena Hunting. Again, that book was just everything to me. Wild Side by Elsie Silver. That story is just so unique with him being a pro wrestler. The way they met and the way they had to come together was fantastic. I loved that book. I was giddy through that book. I was kicking my legs a little bit. So those are 3 books. I honestly could even give another, like, wait a minute. Spotlight by Rebecca Jenshak. I actually did have it right here, because those are the books that I'm trying to haul. So there you go. Now I can go put this on my shelf in the other place. So yes, this one made me really happy. I had a lot of fun with this, and I really want you guys to go read this if you haven't. Question 12 is most beautiful books that I've bought so far. Okay. I'm gonna do one that I literally just got. Again, this was bought with the money that my sister gave me for Mother's Day. Bourbon and Secrets. This cover, it is so beautiful. I have to say, it's all the way up there, and I'm not getting up. Shield of Sparrows, we all know what it looks like. It is beautiful. I am so glad I have that on my shelf. Beautiful Exile, also. It is way up over there on the other side of my room. I'm not going to go get it, but that one I absolutely loved. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I think Beautiful Exiles, Shield of Sparrows. Oh, yes. Quicksilver, the indie edition, Kingfisher. I love this cover. I don't like the new covers, but I still got the new covers because I want them to match, because I'm that girl. But that is beautiful. So, all right, so those are the books that I had that are absolutely beautiful. All right. Question 13 is books to read before the end of the year. I need to read Two Fights by Nikki Castle. I need to read Year One by Nora Roberts. I need to read Spark of the Everflame by Pan Cole. And I need to read Metal Slinger by Rebecca Schneider as well. And there's a bunch of other books I probably also need to read, but those are the ones that are coming to mind. Top book of the year so far. I really can't answer that definitively, but I can safely say I know there's going to be a couple on my list. I'm going to put that down so I can grab this one, since we're going to do this. Rewind It Back by Liz Tomfori. This is definitely going to be on my top reads. Let's see what else. I think Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings will be on my top reads as well. King of Envy by Anna Wong. I absolutely love that book so much. I don't know what else. Those are the ones that just came to mind when I was putting this list together, and I was lazy enough not to go grab the books, but that's okay. So let me know what your top read is in 2025 so far, as we are only halfway through, or what book made you cry. Let me know all the things. I would love to know all the things. And if you made this far in this video and don't let me know that you're here, please leave me a either a heart emoji or a dagger emoji for Conditions of Will. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.